everybody. Welcome to your daily inner workout with Dr. Jill. My name is Rebecca, and we are here to show you how the BioCode System can help transform lives one moment at a time. And today is Workout Wednesday. So we are here with a special guest today. We are here with Donna, and we're going to chat together about how to apply the BioCodes to your life. And here's Dr. Jill. Let's get started.
Hey guys. Hey Rebecca. Hey Donna. Donna, it's so awesome to have you here today.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
Yay. Well, I want to just start by letting people know who you are. Donna and I have been friends for, almost 25 years. I think, did we say 23, is it?
At 23 years.
Yeah, we met a long time ago before the BioCodes were the BioCodes. It was back before I even wrote my book, The Gift of Taking. And Donna was actually part of that experience, and she and her children are in a chapter. Which chapter is it, Donna?
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2 in The Gift of Taking. You could read Donna's story. So Donna is awesome. She's dedicated her life to being a recovery coach. And as most people know, our life path usually comes through personal pain and personal challenge. And then we take what we learn, as I did myself and Rebecca and all of us, and then we turn it into a way of being of service to other people. And having Donna on this call, y'all are really fortunate. You're all really fortunate because she helps a lot of people on this planet. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of, a little insight as how we can start to accept responsibility for our life and lead that clean, healthy, sober, beautiful, empowered life, for sure. So thanks for being here, Donna.
Absolutely.
So one of the stories that always comes to mind when I think of you, Donna, is honestly, it's one of my favorite stories. And it came into my heart this morning because today's times remind me so much of what was going on back in the day when the real estate market crashed. And Donna also, besides being a recovery coach, she's also been in land and development. Her father was one of the largest developers in the Southeast. And so she grew up in that lane. And when the market crashed and all that went away, it was hard. And it's not that dissimilar. It's not that dissimilar to what's going on now. There's a lot of people struggling financially. There's a lot of people struggling emotionally. Their behaviors and addictions are over the top right now. And right. In that moment, I remember when you came over and we were having a conversation and you were so concerned because money was tight. It was a struggle from all to nothing. The lesson that came through that day was so priceless, literally, that it pivoted the whole trajectory of your life. And I would love for you to share that story.
It did. It was really awesome. And it was amazing how the whole thing came together. It was just effortless. It just was a miracle, really, how it flowed. And so things were really tough. Yeah. And so we were talking and it was like, what amount per month could, be good, so that you can make it. And so I was like, in my mind, I was like, $3,000, will be good. And so, but I was like, I had no idea how that was going to come at all. And so, so we went to Disney World and my dad gave each of my children $250. And so that's $500. And then he gave me $200. And a little side note, Brooks was like, we were there and he was like, I want to buy something. And I was like, I don't have enough money to buy anything. And that was another part of the miracle. He went downstairs and my dad gave him $250. And so it was so sweet. So that was $250, which is $500. And then my dad gave me $200. So that's $700. And so then I came home and both of my accounts had an extra $1,000 in it, just like it was a miracle. It was just like an extra 1,000 in each, in my personal account and my business account. So that's $2,000 plus the $700. And so then I'm kind of shortening this story, but I went to my sister's house and it was Christmas and she was, we were with the kids and decorating the tree and everything. And so Tomas was her son and he was 4. And so he came over to me and I thought he was going to give me a hug and he gave me a check. And the check was for my sister and it was $300. And I was like, why are you giving me $300? And she goes, look in the line. And the line said, just cuz. And then I realized that it all added up to $3,000 just effortlessly. And Pam had no idea about this story. I didn't even tell anybody that I needed $3,000. It just showed up. And then when I came to Dr. Jill and told her about it, she goes, amazing, effortless abundance, 3,000, 30,000, 300,000. It doesn't matter. And it's about what's between here. And that really changed my mindset and it was amazing.
I remember before that story happened and we were having that conversation and we were learning the lessons about effortless abundance, right? And
yeah.
that abundance and net worth reflects self-worth. And that when we believe that we can, right, Donna, and we get our mindset that we're able to manifest or attract or work through whatever it is that we want to have whatever it is that we want in our lives. And I remember that day when you came over and you were like, effortless abundance. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Effortless abundance. You said it like 15 times as you're walking through the door. And then when you came back after that $3,000 was to the penny, you were like, effortless abundance. You're right. Effortless abundance. It really works. And I said, well, what's the difference? As you said, between that or 30,000 or 300,000, and tell the viewers about what happened by the end of that year with this new mindset that you learned through, before it was the BioCodes, but it definitely was the same lessons that are in the BioCode. So fast forward a year later, this is the beautiful soul who was struggling to make ends meet, that needed just to squeak by with the bills and everything, $3,000. What happened within 1 year?
Well, within 1 year, I started doing land deals and ended up making, almost $1 million, something like that. So yeah, on one deal alone, I made over 500,000 on one deal alone. So
effortless abundance. And it was in a down market.
Effortless abundance.
It was effortless abundance. It was in a down market. People were still struggling. People were still having hard times. People were still, their houses were being foreclosed, right? Remember when all that was happening? And everybody's struggling. And Donna here is creating effortless abundance in her life. And it's such an important lesson about mindset, because we feel like the circumstances in our life control fill in the blank, that maybe when this pandemic goes away, or maybe when, we get a job or something happens, then we could be happy, healthy, or successful. But the reality is we have to start with being happy, healthy, and successful where we're at and getting our thoughts proper, and everything else starts to follow from that.
Exactly. And I'm tweaking that even a little bit more. And I've been doing this for a while, because we got to exercise our mind like we do our body. And I take 5 minutes a day to just stop and, rest my mind a little bit, where I'm not thinking anything. I'm just breathing. And then I think really powerfully, how do I want to feel for the rest of my life? How do I want to feel for the rest of my life? And it's so sweet. It's just a sweet exercise that straightens my brain out. And then it helps me during the day if I'm getting off. Oh, it's not good enough. I hadn't done it right. I need more. The economy's not right. The world's not, whatever. then I catch it and go, okay, how do I want to feel for the rest of my life? And I just exercise that part of myself. And it's awesome. It's powerful.
And I love that. And just like the lessons embedded in the biocodes, especially in BioCode 1, is understanding that, you know, how can you get stronger regardless of your circumstances? How could you accept responsibility for who you are, how you think, how you live your life, how you relate to other people, how you adapt to change, regardless of what's going on around you. And you can see the whole world going down, and you could still have the ability to get stronger in it. And not only that, but create effortless abundance for yourself as well. And, you know, it's an important lesson. It's such an important lesson because I believe that people are struggling right now with the same concept, right? And people are having a hard time. And simply by doing what you said, Donna, bring the focus back to yourself, start telling yourself you can, and this is possible. Start building your self-worth, and your net worth absolutely will follow. It's effortless abundance for sure. So thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for being here and sharing your story. It's such a great story, one of my all-time favorites. You are one of my favorites. And
so one of my favorites.
Aw, so awesome. You're helping so many great people in this world lead a healthy life. And I'm grateful for you every single day, for you being you and for you helping so many other people with their lives and their addictions and so forth. And really, you're saving lives. You are saving lives. And it all comes to the mindset. You know, self-worth is net worth for sure. BioCode 1, you're responsible for your life. So Rebecca, back to you. And again, thank you for being here.
Thanks so much, Donna, for sharing that story. And thanks, Dr. Jill. You know, it is a powerful message of where your mind goes, your life grows, and the power of those thoughts and intentions and what you're putting out into the world. So take that with you this week. Look at your thoughts and think about where you want to be and what you're projecting out there. And thank you all so much for watching. Continue to follow us right here. Invite a friend along to follow us and watch future episodes. And if you would like to join us on a future episode of Workout Wednesday, please email us with your questions, challenges, or anything you might like to discuss. And remember that an empowered life starts with you. So keep on biocoding those moments, and we'll see you next time.